Sa video na to, i-share namin sa inyo kung paano nyo pwede i-adjust yung volume coming out from yung infotainment system nyo, kung paano rin sumagot ng calls and drop yung calls, and then kung paano nyo pwedeng gamitin yung voice commands dito sa steering wheel. Hi guys, my name is Don and I'm not a pro driver. So, ito yung controls na sinasabi ko at itong mga controls na to. So, ano ba yung ginagawa nito mga to? Okay, so dito muna tayo sa taas or dito sa volume control. So, itong pag-increase ng volume, yun. Pag-increase, decrease, and then mute. And then dito sa taas is yung pangsagot ng tawag and then ito pang-drop ng tawag. And then dito naman sa baba, ito yung parang pang-activate ng voice commands. Ito naman sa mode, this is selecting yung modes, whether kung sa radio or sa music, dito sa infotainment system. And then ito yung pang-seek kapag nasa radio ka. And then ito naman yung pag-previous and next track pag nasa music ka. Okay, so dito muna tayo sa mode. Itong mode, kapag tinatap ko itong mode, makikita nyo na nagsacycle lang siya through radio and music. So pag nasa music ka, wala ako nakalagay ngayon, local. It seems like, I haven't tried it yet. May storage itong infotainment system. You can add or transfer files dito para nandun siya sa local storage. Pero ngayon, no music file. Pag naglagay ka ng USB, meron dito, USB. Ngayon, naka-disable siya kasi wala akong USB na nakalagay. And then Bluetooth, kapag naka-connect yung phone mo sa Bluetooth. Yun yung sa music. Pag nasa radio ka na, makikita mo na yung left and right buttons mo, they are seeking kung ano man, yung station. Yan yung parang panlipat mo na station. And then, pwede mo siyang i-heart dito kung yun yung mga favorites mo. I rarely use this, to be honest. And then sa calls, okay, so before we go dun sa calls, we can sync yung phone mo. Pag nandito ka sa phone button, di ba? May files, phone, and then yung cloud. Yung cloud is yung main settings mo. Yung access mo sa settings and CarPlay and whatnot. Dito sa phone, pag hindi pa naka-sync yung phone mo, the way I did it was, merong settings, and then yan. So, sa settings and then Bluetooth, dito ko pa pupuntahin eh. So, ito yung pangalan, ito yung parang Bluetooth device. Itong infotainment system mo, may pangalan siya, itong Cloud Drive something. And then, makikita mo siya pag sinearch mo siya sa Bluetooth dito. Ngayon, nakakonect ako ngayon using yung phone ko. Alright, you can discover ito and then ito yung panghahanap mo. Or, you can search yung device and then makikita niyo yung mga devices dito. Either way, ganun siya magko-connect. Dito, yung phone mo, infotainment, wirelessly. Yung limitations dito, however, is you can't use Android Auto if you're using an Android phone or CarPlay kapag na iPhone ka. So I rarely use yung Bluetooth function niya kasi mas gusto ko yung interface ng CarPlay. But it doesn't mean na you cannot use yung controls dito. You can still call people. So naka-connect na ako. Ito yung contacts ko. Let's say, I'll just put somebody here. Kunyari to. I can call somebody from here and then, yun na yun. Right? So this is all Bluetooth. Ito yung phone ko. If I want to drop yung call, I'll just press this. Yun na yun. And then ganun din naman. Kapag tumawag kahit sino sa akin, I can answer using itong button na to. Voice commands, by default, wala tayo. Ang sasabihin dito ng voice command is, please make sure CarPlay or Android Auto is connected. And long press the voice key. So yun yung voice key, I guess. So the way we do that is we connect. So magko-connect muna ako dito. Okay? Yun na. CarPlay. And then CarPlay connected. Alright, good. So usually, kapag may ganyan ka, Android Auto or CarPlay, safer option yon na tago mo na yung phone mo. Ito na yung gamitin mo, di ba? Kasi nagda-drive ka eh. So dito, since na-connect na ako sa CarPlay, makikita niyo dito, I can control yung volume and then I can mute, totally zero yung volume, and then answer calls. So if I select yung call dito, yung answer button, yung parang phone na walang slash, walang nangyayari. I still have to call somebody. This is just for picking up. Yung drop, wala ako sa call, so I can't drop it, or walang tumatawag sa akin, so I can't drop it. Here's yung hassle. Dito sa gitna, yung mode. When you press mode, babalik ka uli dito sa... So, babalik ka uli dito sa radio or basta it's radio or music lang lagi. And ang hassle kasi kailangan mo pa mag-cloud and then go back to CarPlay. Pero when I'm playing something dito sa CarPlay, whenever I press right, it goes to the next track, or when I press left, it goes to the previous track, or start yung current track and then tap previous track. Yung pinaka lifesaver, I guess, to make all things easier is itong voice key, or in my case, yung CD button. So, hindi ko na kailangan sabihin, hindi na. Although it did listen for me, I can just press and hold ito and then say, call my wife.
Calling darling smart.
So, tatawag na siya. Drop ko lang to. Or I can say, give me directions to SNR using Waze.
Okay, here's what I found.
Okay, so naghanap siya. And then, kunyari ito, sa tap lang ako.
Getting directions to S. And our membership shopping using Waze.
Alright, so automatic na siyang magwa-Waze, which is cool. And then pwede rin play LSS playlist on Spotify.
Okay. Here's LSS on Spotify.
Nasaan na? So, pumunta ako sa Spotify and LSS playlist, ito na siya. Di ba yung parang may graph dyan nag-play. So, ito yung playlist namin ng LSS. So, it's playing. You can do a lot with yung voice command nito. However, kapag hindi ka naka-connect sa CarPlay or Android Auto, baliwala siya. Ang sasabihin niya lang sa'yo lagi is kumonek ka sa CarPlay. Sa umpisa, nakakapanibago. For somebody like me, na ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng auto na may controls dito and yung screen. Pero once you get used to it, it's so convenient talaga. Kasi it just is eh. You know, even if may touchscreen ka dito, it's easier to just memorize yung mga functions niya and then you don't have to look at yung screen and then tap. So in a way, para siyang safety feature if you would think of it that way. Kasi you don't have to take your eyes off the road. You can just continue driving and then, let's say, voice command or request anything, a song, call somebody while driving. That's a safety feature, convenience feature, what have you. So sana may natutunan kayo dito sa video na to. And if I missed something, please pa-inform na lang ako doon sa comments para other people can know. And if you're interested to know more about yung mga features ng Tigo 8 Pro, pa-check na lang itong playlist na to. Thank you so much. Hanggang sa ulitin. Kita-kits.